Welcome in to Extreme Talk, presented by Cornett Performance. Cornett Performance, headed up by Eli Cornett, former 8-man football player and former college athlete. He offers one-on-one and group training, speed and agility training, football and track focus training. Each athlete or client will have their own personal customized program. It's for ages 10 and up. And you can get online training sessions. Those are coming up soon. So you can DM him on Instagram. They are Cornett. It's Cornett Performance. And they have 45-minute sessions and 60-minute sessions, 30 minutes a session or per athlete. You can hit them up on email, cornettperformance@gmail.com. A big shout out to Eli Cornett Performance, for being the sponsor of the show this season. And another big shout out to Fairlife Core Power Protein for being the partner with us this year. Just got the shirts in actually the other day for the guys that win the Extreme Offensive and Defensive Player of the Week awards, and super excited about that. Get those out. Posted the pictures of the drinks a couple weeks ago. That pallet of drinks is here, and got it stored up in the storage unit. So ready to go for the season. Well, let me bring in my co-host now, Blake. Let me try that again. Let me bring in my co-host. He's a former 8-man football player. He is a Mississippi State diehard. Let me clarify that. And you've heard him on some of our broadcasts, some of the championship games, the games in Gatlinburg, Mr. Blake Biggs. I'm trying to give you the AJ Hawk style intro, Blake. I'm trying to work on that. Hang on a second. I got to get you turned back up. Hang on. I did something. There we go. You there? Well, for some reason, I got you really quiet on my end. You there? Let's see. Yeah, but it's on my end. It's super quiet. Let's see if that's any better. Yeah, like I said, I was trying to give you the AJ Hawk style entrance. Still working on the what should I add? What should I add to that intro?
I don't know. Spice it up, James.
Let's see if that'll get you. All right. So Blake, we had the second round of helmet voting last week, and a big shout out to everyone who's participating in that. Usually it's going to be on our Instagram stories, at 8Man Extreme on Instagram. We do post some voting on Twitter as well. Usually use those for tiebreakers, but the voting is available on Twitter if you're not on Instagram. And then we post them on Facebook, but there's no voting there. So, but a big shout out to everyone on Instagram who has jumped in and gotten involved with the voting. It's been a lot of fun. Let me see if I did that right. That should be the headset side. Into there. And the microphone side. Into there. So that should be right. But there you go. Blake, is that better?
Yeah, you can still hear me, can't you?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I had something plugged in wrong, so
Yeah, no, I mean, I've been able to hear you clearly. I didn't know if it was on my end because I'm in the car right now, just torrential.
Oh.
So
there we go. Ooh, that was hot. All right, got it figured out. So, let's recap the voting real quick. A couple housekeeping things as well. So the first week of voting, we had the AISA round, and recently figured out that the Cornerstone Christian Columbiana, speaking of which, we'll have Coach James Lee on here in a few minutes. The Cornerstone Christian Columbiana helmet was a little bit older one, and we have the newer one up there. So there's the winner on the screen now. That is Evangel Christian out of Montgomery. So that's the current winner for AISA. But Blake, here is, well, let me see. There we go. There is Cornerstone Christian Columbiana's current helmet. So still purple. Uh, I don't know. For me, I think I said this beforehand. There's a little bit too much going on for me, for my taste. But Blake, it seems like you like it.
I kind of want to just say I got a little bit confused. I thought Cornerstone and wore just that standard white helmet with the black face mask and a little bit of stripe down the middle. But of course, I'm going through 200 helmets, everybody. So I'm
There's a lot
you
of
know
helmets.
yeah, it's a lot of helmets. Didn't realize that. It's okay. I still have that helmet on file. Apparently, they wore two last season, so I picked the basic white one. Here's the updated one. I think they were both. I'm a big fan of this, James, because you've seen the Chicago flag, hadn't you?
Yeah,
Hadn't you, James?
yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that a little bit. You know
I
that.
can see that.
Yeah. It's unique. It's not. It's just different, and I'm kind of a big fan of different, James.
So I say we do this. Let's call an audible here, and we can do this because it's our
Okay.
competition. Uh, I say we call an audible, and we redo the voting on AISA between Evangel and Cornerstone.
Okay.
I think that's a good way to go about it.
Okay.
So let's do that. Let's do that. So there's Evangel, or I'm sorry, there's Cornerstone, and then there's Evangel. So two purple helmets going head to head for the AISA. We'll give them a rematch. We'll give it a rematch. Also, and I'm going to load Seek in. Well, we got to talk about Seek. So same kind of situation. Had updated helmets. We reran the competition, and Riverside Christian ended up winning that vote. 66% of the vote. So Riverside and beat the Tennessee Tigers, but let me do this, Blake. I have gotten word that we can.
Oh.
I've gotten word that we can debut this one in Seek, and I think I know. I think you know where I'm going with this.
Mm-hmm.
If I can get it to show. Oh, now it doesn't want to cooperate. All right, let's see if I can get this downloaded. Trying to get it to, let's see. Where's it at? It won't show it. Let's see. Hang on, that might be. Is it that one? Nope. All right. Well, I'm gonna get this one. Work on getting this one loaded up because it's not showing. We need to keep it moving so we can get through all these. So South Haven has a new one. We'll get some pictures posted this week. Blake, you've seen the new one. What do you think? Do you think we need to run the voting back, or are we good with the winner here?
Personally, okay, we didn't vote on the. No, we didn't show it on the show. I mean, I think if we're going to do it for Cornerstone, I think I'm a big proponent for justice. I think we need to do it for South Haven.
Okay, fair
Uh,
enough.
I did, James. I showed you the mock. I don't know if we'll show it on the show or not. I think that'd be really cool to put out at a later date. But yeah, no, I think we should run it back with South Haven.
I don't know why it won't download. Let's see.
Mail it to you, James.
No, I've got it here, and it won't download. But we do got to keep it. We do need to keep it moving. Let's try it one more time.
Yeah.
See if it'll show up. Oh, well, now it shows up from where I've tried to download it 5 times. Okay. So, All right, so there is Riverside Christian, and then I'm going to hide it, and I'm going to bring South Haven Christian up. So that's the new South Haven Christian helmet. White face mask, and the red interlocked SH for South Haven Christian. So there's South Haven. There's Riverside. We'll run back the voting between these two this week. We'll give South Haven a fair shot. We'll give them a shot.
Right.
All right, so let's keep moving it through the voting. Let's jump to the Mid South Christian Football League. Winner in that one was the Meridian Flyers, 60% of the votes there. So Meridian will move on. The Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama Independent category. American Sports Prep, the winner in that one with 57% of the vote. So pretty close vote on that one. And then as we move through, let's go to the HCAA. Arkansas Christian, the winner in that one with, where's it at? 57%. They also got 57% of the vote. Virginia Independent Schools Football League, winner in that one, Rappahannock County with 56% of the vote. So some pretty close votes here, Blake, coming through some of these conferences. And then as we jump to the MAIS, let me get Region 1 pulled up. The winner there, Deer Creek Academy with 64% of the vote. They took down Delta Academy. 1A2, Humphreys Academy with the win over Christ Covenant. Humphreys, between Instagram and Twitter, because this was dead even on Instagram, and on Twitter, Humphreys pulled ahead. So Humphreys technically getting the win with 51% of the vote.
Wow.
Probably the closest one so far. It is the closest one so far. 1A3, Hillcrest Christian with the win there, 67% of the vote. 1A4, River Oaks, 58% of the vote. I thought this one would have been a lot, not as close, but it was very close, 58% of the vote. 1A5 was DeSoto with 56% of the vote. 1A6, do what?
I said that DeSoto might actually be the best helmet in 8-man, James.
It's solid.
In my opinion, yeah.
It's solid. MAIS 1A6, Calhoun Academy with the win in that one. That one got 75% of the vote versus Columbus Christian.
Yeah, that was a surprise there.
And then I'm going to skip over 1A7 because I'm going to come back to it. So Calhoun got 75% of the vote. 1A8, Tallulah Academy got 76% of the vote. So currently Tallulah would have been, because Lighthouse Warriors got 75%. Victory Christian South Carolina got 79%. So those would have been, some of the top seeded teams. And MAIS 1A7, Wilkinson County Christian with the win in that one. 93% of the vote.
Whew.
Wilkinson County going against. Now, Tensas wasn't a strong opponent. It was, it was a very basic helmet, but 93% of the vote wasn't even close. So that more than likely will end up being our new number one seed. So what we're going to do is after the interview here with Coach Lee, we will go through the last set of conferences, associations, and regions, and we will have the voting this week. And then all the winners we will seed in a bracket, probably do a double-sided bracket. But we'll seed in a bracket based off of what percentage that they won, Blake. And then we'll talk through that next week. And then that next week we'll have the voting probably one round per day. I think we'll have to figure out how it works out, but probably one round per day so we can wrap this up by the time football season gets here around the 1st of August. So, but all these some strong winners here in these helmets. And Blake, you said your odds-on favorite right now is DeSoto?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, in my humble opinion, that's the best looking helmet in 8-man, just across the South. I mean, that white face mask, that red shell, and that blue stripe and that white stripe. I mean, you can't get much better. You can't get much better than that, James.
That's fair.
I'm not saying it's my favorite to win. I'm saying that's my totally unbiased opinion. That's the best helmet in the South.
I think it's going to be tough to beat Wilkinson.
Yeah.
Wilkinson's tough, but we'll see. Florida's got some good ones too. Mississippi bringing some heat, but I'm gonna go ahead and get Coach Lee queued up here. See if we can get him on the phone. And again, this year we still don't have a sponsor for our interview, so if you're interested, get involved. Joining me now is the head coach at Cornerstone Christian Columbiana. The Chargers, they are back-to-back defending champions of the AISA there in Alabama. Coach Lee, thanks for hopping on with me.
Yeah, thank you for having me in.
Me and Blake. I got to get used to. I got Blake with me now, so I got to get used to. It's not just me, but
Blake's got a bit more common sense on these helmets than I think you do. I mean, I think my buddy Sam Adams was about to jump off the top of the building when he saw the helmets. He's like, "Oh my gosh, what are we doing here?"
Well, I don't know if you heard the first part of the show. But yeah. we're gonna run back the voting on AISA, and we're gonna give.
We're gonna smart, very smart decision. That's got to be a Blake decision.
We're gonna go and Blake's in on it. We're gonna go Evangel versus Cornerstone. We're gonna run the voting back.
Okay.
So you got to get your people involved. Let's.
We're gonna do that. Yeah.
All right.
We'll get that pumped up.
All right, fair enough, Coach. I'm gonna jump right into it. I mentioned you guys being the back-to-back champs and beating two different teams, and you guys have had it going. You've been rolling. What might help? Hang on, this is the first time I'm doing this. All right, Blake, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I called Coach Lee and I forgot to merge the calls, so there we go. Coach Lee said you have the most common sense when it comes to the helmet so far. So big fan there, Blake.
Oh, thank you.
Coach, you're back-to-back champs, but with each year, of course, the first year you guys had 6 teams. Last year you grow to 9. This year you grow to 11. The competition, it seems like it keeps the hill keeps getting a little bit higher to run it back. When you're talking to your guys about what it's going to take to get through this season, because it's when you have a conference and you got 6 teams in it, or and you got 5 games. You're like, okay, listen, if we can just get through these 5 games, we'll get a good seed. And, of course, the playoffs are a whole nother deal, whole nother season. But you want to get that good seed. You want to get some home games. So when you're talking to your guys about, hey, this is what we need to do to get that good seed, what are some of the goals that you're setting with them, and then what are some of the things you're telling them?
Well, the goal we have every year is for our kids to try to be the best teammate they can be. Being the best teammate you can be, you're gonna work out harder than anybody else. You're gonna strive on the field to be the very best you can be, and if you do that, then it usually takes care of itself. If everybody's doing the very best they can do, and that's always our first goal when we go out there. So if we can do that, I feel like we can have a pretty successful year coming back. And then we always try to tell each other we gotta love each other. Got to be like brothers and love each other. Yeah, you're gonna fight a little bit, but always have arguments. But the past 3 groups we've had there, have bought into loving each other like brothers, and it's been a lot of fun to coach.
Let me ask you too. You've got the group of guys from the last 2 seasons, and they were younger on those 2 teams. Now, as they come into this season, they're the leaders on the team. Have they been talking to the now younger guys about what it takes and how to manage the season a little bit, or what does that leadership look like so far?
Well, it's been amazing because of the same thing these guys are saying, or the same thing the guys were saying 3 years ago, or what it was going to take for us to win back to back, and this off season. So it's pretty amazing to hear the same thing in the locker room being said over and over again. Even though we lost 10 seniors last year, these guys they know the recipe of how to do it. So listening to them talk and trying to push each other along the way this summer has been amazing to watch.
Blake, I think you had a question for Coach.
Yeah, no. Hey, Coach.
Yeah, man.
So So okay, let me run this scenario through you because obviously you know a thing or two about winning. You know a thing or two about developing your players, right? So
Yes, sir.
I'm a scenario through you, right?
Gotcha.
Kid, he's a freshman, 5'7", 130, just skin and bones, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Um, you got him for 4 years.
Yes, sir.
What's your player development look like within your program, both in the weight room, on the field, and off the field in the classroom? What does that look like, Coach?
So what you saying? You saying he's 5'7"? What do you say? 150 pounds?
I'm just running
Yeah,
a
like a
scenario.
5'7", 150-pound freshman, you got him
Skin and
starting from
bones.
scratch.
Yeah, starting from scratch.
Well, number one, we're gonna get him in the weight room because he's not very big yet.
Yep.
Um, but we're gonna push him. You know, we like to push you physically, mentally, spiritually, and see what we can make out of that young man. But it depends on what that young man wants to do. I mean, your body
Yep.
wants to be average, like just to survive.
Yeah.
The ones who are really good, they go above and beyond. So it depends on what his mentality is, also.
Yeah. Yeah. So I
But
guess
we push him. I mean, we're definitely going to push him to be the very best.
you said pushing. What does that look like, Coach?
In the weight room, making sure we're disciplined, getting all the reps in. We don't skip reps. We don't let our teammates skip reps. That's one thing that has been really driven in the past couple of years is not skipping a rep, because it's very easy to skip a rep when you're young. You're like, I don't have to do this rep. I don't feel like it today.
Yeah.
Well, you have to do it. You have to, even when you don't feel like you can do it, you got to go do it. And then just being the young man that you need to be. I mean, our kids push each other in the classroom, in the hallway. There's a standard that we have at Cornerstone of how you act, how you represent yourself, how you represent the school, how you represent your family. And those kids know it from day one. I mean, it's instilled in them when they come in. If they're not going to be that way, they're not going to last very long at Cornerstone. But that kid, hopefully he gets it, starts to understand it, and falls in love with it. Because, I mean, the ones that do have been great the past couple of years. I mean, you got your Zeeks, your Noah Schobers, the kids that we've had play for us the past couple of years. When they were freshmen and having to start for us, they were 5'7", 130 pounds.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They bought in, and just trying to get these young kids to buy in. And the biggest thing is when you're winning, it's a lot easier to buy in. When you're losing, it's not as easy to buy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I see the approach, Coach. So like the reason why I asked that is I was one of those 5'7", 130 kids.
Yeah.
I had some coaches invest in me, and I in return I bought in. So what I'm hearing is it's y'all's program, the way y'all run it. It's it's buy-in and got to meet the standard. So I mean it's worked.
Yeah.
Coach,
well,
I'm glad.
Everybody.
Whoops,
we also tell everybody the one thing we teach, and I think we do a really good job about it, is everybody. It doesn't matter if you are the 5'7", 130-pound kid, or if you're the 6'4", 320-pound kid. Every man on that team has a job.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if you're the starting right guard or the third string quarterback. Everybody on the team has a job and a responsibility. And knowing that responsibility and then what you're supposed to do with it. That kid that's a freshman that might not be playing a whole lot on the varsity will get a lot of JV time. And they also know that on Friday nights that, hey, if I'm not in the game, I better be involved into it, because we're pushing each other along the way. Because those are my brothers I've worked all summer long with.
I'm glad there a minute ago you mentioned Zeke and Noah, and I'm glad you mentioned them. First off, I want to give huge props and huge shout out to them getting to close out their high school career with 2 championships and just getting to go out on top. Not a lot of guys get to do that.
Yeah.
But with losing 2 guys like that, somebody's got to fill that void. So when it comes to that, what have you guys done this last off season? Obviously, guys guys have to buy in, like you said. They have to step up. But what are a couple things that you guys have done to maybe help a guy want to step up, or if he has stepped up, maybe help him kind of fit into that role a little bit?
Well, the first young man I'll talk to about, we didn't have to do anything because he was that guy for us last year on the line for us, and that was Malachi Adams. This is Zeke's
Yep.
little brother.
Yep.
Malachi's a beast, man. He's a physical beast, but he's also, you know, he is going to push you. He's going to push anybody around him, and he sees it wants to be pushed. He picks him up and pulls him up to his level, and tries to get him to where the standard is. And he sees what the standard is because he had Justice's older brother, who played for us years ago, and he had Zeke this past year, and seeing what those guys did, and he wants to make sure that the level and the legacy of what those guys set for us go forward. We also I meet with the seniors, I meet with the juniors, and talk to them about how do we continue the success that we've had. Some kids are vocal, some kids aren't. Malachi's a very vocal kid. Another kid that we got very vocal, that's a junior, Stephen Fanning. He's become very vocal here of late.
Yeah.
He played a little bit for us last year, and we put him all over the place, and he's become very vocal for us. My seniors are not as vocal, but the one that I do have that played a good bit for us last year was T.C. Sanders. TC's become a vocal leader here of late, and I mean, I really feel like there's some really good things that they've got planned and see what they're doing, and kind of like it's their team. You know, I just kind of get to drive the ship a little bit. You know, steer it in the right direction, steer them in the right direction.
Yeah.
And that's what's fun about coaching is you get to see this stuff. And what the kids that left the past couple of years and have graduated from us, the legacy that they're leaving, these kids love them so much, they want to see that legacy continue to grow.
Yeah.
That's one thing that we all are excited about, seeing what they're going to do this year.
And you talk about the kids, and by the way, I'd be sick to my stomach as a former big guy myself. I would feel terrible if I did not give a shout out to Hampton Etheridge.
Hampton, yeah, yes sir.
Yeah, just to put that out there. Got to put him in that grouping.
Yeah, and Hampton was going to go to Huntington, and he's actually going to Faulkner now with Zeke.
There you go.
So they're going to be playing football together at Faulkner.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Now you talk with the guys that have won over the last couple of years, and even past that, just the alumni. How has the response been in terms of those guys coming back and maybe being around a practice or coming to the games, maybe talking to the guys, interacting with them, pouring back into it? How has that kind of gone in terms of the alumni?
Well, I'll tell you, we had a really cool situation, which was a terrible situation for us because we didn't get to play a game, but unfortunately, last year, Coosa Valley was supposed to be our homecoming game, and they didn't have enough to play. So I just put it out there, hey, we're going to have a fun night, have the moms suited up. They came back and tackled some of their kids.
I've seen those. I love those videos on social media, by the way.
They do this. It was awesome. But we had the guys wanted to play games so bad. A lot of the alumni came back that night.
Yeah.
And we put them in their jersey, and we mixed up teams. They played until they were about dead. They were dead tired of the alumni. They hadn't done anything. They hadn't done anything in years. But they played, and at the end, you know, we talked to them like, look, the success these guys have had, or the reason they're having this because of y'all. Yeah. And letting them understand that this is home. This is always going to be home for you. Once a Charger, always a Charger. And, you know, this is, you know, anytime you want to step in, talk to the guys, walk through the locker room, you're always home. So always step by. So the response we got from that, a lot of the guys all through the past 2 years have come out more and more and more watching the guys play, which has been pretty cool. They'll come in the locker room after a game. Yeah. Shake hands with them. Talk from the coach's office after the game. Some I haven't seen in 4 or 5 years will pop up and come in. Hey, coach, this is great. What the guys are doing. Wow. So yeah, it's been absolutely awesome.
Blake, what do you got?
Yeah. First, I want to comment on that the mom tackling thing. That's hilarious, Coach.
We had a mom last year that hit a kid, and it sounded like the lady from the Water Boy. I'm not going to mention her name or the son's name, so I don't want to embarrass anybody. But there was a lot of when she went to hit him, and she lit him up. That video is probably out there on YouTube or Facebook, Instagram somewhere right now.
Let me say this: if you have that video, please send it to us. If you're out there listening, Oh, you have.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if just somebody
I
had
have
it.
the video.
Okay,
I have the video.
I thought if somebody, I was like, if somebody's out there listening and they hear that, please send it in. I want to see this. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So from my understanding, you took over Cornerstone in 2017. Is that correct, Coach?
Something like, man, I don't even know. Sounds right.
Okay. I briefly did just saw an article, glanced over it. So obviously it seems like the program's in a different place now than it was back then. When you took over, what did you do to change the program and to instill winning culture like you have? What did you have to do?
Man, I just kept on trying to do what we were doing. I changed a couple of things up because I'm a little bit different. But Coach Smith started the program. He did a wonderful job starting it, and he had some great success there too. I mean, the year he left out, we won the region championship, and he did a phenomenal job with the kids. He's a good coach, and but I think just I'm a little different. I'm more. Look, I'm a parrot head. I'm a Jimmy Buffett fan. I'm a flip flop, button down shirt kind of guy.
Yeah.
I'm just a little bit different. And when it comes to like running the offense, though, I'm a little bit more particular, I guess. I come out of my shell, but I'm just I'm really more laid back as a person. I think, and I think the kids I have now, they kind of know it. Like they know, hey, Coach Lee's going to be flip flops all day long, and he's going to come in here in slacks and a nice dress shirt to coach on a Friday night, and because I don't coach in shorts on a Friday night. That's a no-no.
Right.
That's terrible. I mean, you don't do that. So I don't let my coaches coach in shorts, and we don't do that on a Friday night. So you wouldn't know, like, hey, he's not wearing flip flops now. No, I don't. So, but I'm more of a laid back kind of guy. And then, like I said, on Friday nights, I'm a little bit different. I'm a different fella. I'm jumping up and down and chest bumping kids, and I'm 44 years old and I'm arthritic and bad back and bad hips, and I still try my best.
There you go. Well, Coach, you talk about your look being a little bit different and maybe your style being a little bit different. But honestly, the last couple of years, your program's been a little bit different too. And I know somebody's going to correct me if I'm wrong. But if my math is right, the last 2 years, you guys in 8-man are 22-0. 20 they're credited 22-0, 20-0 in actual games, and then the 2 forfeit wins last year. So 22-0 is how I call it. 22-0. The you talk about the guys coming back and the winning culture and everything. That's had to do wonders for the school and just the amount of pride that everyone has in that program. And does it overflow to any other sports where guys go, hey, if we have a spirit of excellence in football, why can't we have a spirit of excellence here?
Well, I think last year was real. Our athletic program overall. The guys that play, of course, we're a small school, so a lot of the kids play everything. But I'll use basketball for example. The year before, we lost in the first round of the playoffs. This past year, we went to the Final Four in basketball. It had a good lead, and then just kind of lost it in the end. Girls basketball. A lot of the girls that do girls basketball. They're my trainers on the sideline. Water girls.
Yeah.
They went to the Elite Eight last year for the first time in several years. So I think it does. It's winning is contagious, and people they love a winner and they love to win. So I think it pushes you a little bit more. But I go back to the one thing if we've changed anything in that whole program, it's what changed about 4 years ago, and those guys buying into loving each other. That's been the big thing. I mean, is there ever an argument? Yes, there's always going to be an argument when you get a bunch of guys in the locker room. There's going to be something.
Yeah.
There's going to be something on the field. But they genuinely love each other.
Yeah.
And that makes the biggest difference when kids are playing together. If you love the guy that's right next to you, you're going to do whatever it takes to win because you don't want to let them down.
It's like
I think that's been
Well,
Yeah,
and
go ahead.
it's like somebody told me once before. He goes, "Man, listen, I'm hard on you, and I met my coach. I'm hard on you, and I
Yeah,
mess with you because I love you, and I want you to do better.
yeah,
If I didn't care about you, I wouldn't say a word to you."
exactly,
Yep.
exactly, exactly.
Well, Blake, what?
So I mean, the kids push each other. They push each other in a certain way that's to me is awesome to see. But also just the way that they do it. They do it in a loving way of, hey, I'm wanting you to be the very best you can be for yourself, but not only for yourself, but for the team.
Yeah.
And those guys are bought into that. You don't see many teams that do that, these days. You see a lot of teams, you get on them, you score a couple of touchdowns on them, and they'll start fighting with each other. They'll
Yeah.
be done.
Yeah.
They'll quit. That's not these guys. So
Blake, what do you got?
Yeah, Coach. I really like that comment right there. Very biblical. I forgot the exact verse, but is iron sharpens iron.
iron sharpens iron. Yep.
Other. I'm sure you had that written out for your guys, crystal clear. One thing I asked, you put yourself in a situation. You just started coaching. I'm not familiar with where you started at, but if you could say one thing to that younger version of yourself when you started coaching, what would you say to him right now?
Oh man. Whew. I should have taken blood pressure medicine a lot earlier. I know that. I was like Nick Saban on steroids. I was all over the place. I was a yeller and a screamer. I got into it and I thought it was totally different. And then, by the time I got to, I went with Akusa. I started out my first 2 years. I was 21.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing this for 23 years.
Oh, wow.
As an assistant and now as a head coach. Yeah, man, I was wild. And then I think I really calmed down. I really think the man who really calmed me down was a man named Jerry Stearns. I coached with for a long time. He was a legend. He coached at Woodlawn for many years. He coached the Keo Spikes, Tony Nathan, Carlos Dansby. He coached those guys. And well, I don't know if it's Takeo Spikes. I know Carlos Dansby and Tony Nathan at Woodlawn, but he kind of mentored me and kind of get me calmed down a little bit. And then I guess I just got older and mellowed out a little bit. I'm not as Friday. I'm a totally different fella. I'm just it is. It's just I get so excited. I puke before every game. My stomach starts hurting. I'm like, man, I got to go to the bathroom. I usually puke, and then after that, I usually calm down, and I'm a totally different person. But yeah, I was that guy that was running around the sideline, headbutting kids, excited, and I'll still get excited and like maybe chest bump one, but I can't do that anymore now. I mean, I just gotten old.
Yeah.
Let's see, Blake. You're what? You're 23?
22.
22. We're gonna have to start a counter this season of guys who've been coaching longer than you've been alive. We're gonna have to do that. Coach, going into the season, I don't know if you guys have already picked a phrase or a slogan or a word or something, but what are you guys rolling with this season in terms of a battle cry?
I mean, our big thing is legacy.
There
There's always our legacy. What are you leaving behind? I mean, you don't know if you're going to be here tomorrow. So I mean, our biggest thing I've always told the kids, and I've told them this summer, like, you might not be here tomorrow.
Yeah.
How you want today to be? How are you going to make today the best day you can make it? Well, you got a legacy. Well, how do you want people to perceive you when you're not here? I think Nate Saban says it the best. He talks about, you ever wonder if you're ever going to be missed? If you're not doing your job, you might not be missed. I mean, we want to be able to say, hey, we contributed to what's the cause. I think really like the legacy. Our legacy is going to be our, what we've been talking about all summer. But we actually have a coaches meeting tomorrow night to kind of decide, really what our cry is going to be to them, because it's a new group, really.
Yeah.
We've got some older ones, but we got a lot of new ones, and Man, we put them through it. Now they've been through the fire. We've taken them to Auburn 7-on-7. We've gone to Sanford 7-on-7. We've gone to Hoovers. And we're doing one at our place this Thursday night. So if you think we haven't played some people, we played Thompson, which is a pretty big 7A high school.
Yeah.
And 7-on-7, and I don't know. I guess really, you think about it. Like, I mean, our Valley Crowd, we going through the fire.
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to be when you come out of the fire?
Yeah.
Well, and do you think the guys understand and have kind of adapted? What's the not adapted, but do you think they comprehend that with the legacy that has that you guys have had over the last couple of years so far, that this season with all the new teams, the competition, there's a target on your back. You guys are when teams see you on their schedule, they're gonna throw everything in the kitchen sink because they want to be the ones that knocked off those champs. Do you think the guys have comprehended that a little bit?
I think here lately it's kind of hit them.
Yeah,
I think it has here lately, and that's hard. That's hard to even think about. From where we've been to where we are now. So now you're on top of the mountaintop. How are you gonna stay on top of the mountaintop?
Yeah,
because everybody's trying to shoot you off the top of it.
Yeah.
And there's some really good teams and really good coaches in this league that are going to that's been their cry all summer long is knocking us off. So,
Blake, you got anything left for Coach?
Yeah. So I'm kind of stealing this idea from James. You said you're a big Jimmy Buffett fan, right, Coach?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Love Jimmy Buffett
myself.
So we're going to the coast, and we're going to Margaritaville. What do we order?
Yeah. Probably some coconut shrimp.
Okay.
I'm a big sweet tea guy, so sweet tea and coconut shrimp probably.
Yeah, good choice.
Coach, what is your favorite sweet tea, and why is it Milo's?
Because when they added the lemonade to the Milo's sweet tea, it was a game changer.
Yeah.
That's a Jim Palmer. Or no, Arnold Palmer, excuse me.
Arnold Palmer. Hey, let me tell you, that's a hard word for a lot of people to say is that thing. For some reason, I don't know why. Me and my wife and daughter witnessed that at Chick-fil-A one time. A little girl said, I would like a sweet tea lemonade mix. And she said, oh. And then she tried to say Arnold Palmer, and it was not Arnold Palmer what she said. I don't know what she said, but it was not Arnold Palmer. We just laughed. My wife looked at me and said, James, don't say anything. I said, yes, ma'am.
Well, I asked you last season, Coach, is there anybody as you look out across 8-man or just football in general, is there anybody that you look at and go, you know what, I want to take a shot at – you guys have a full schedule, but is there anybody that you want to take a crack at? Is there anybody you look at and go, you know what, I want to play them?
Yeah, to be honest with you, not really.
Fair enough. That's fair.
I thought about that question last year, and they, of course, the coaches got on to me because they were like, you'd like to go play this team or that team, and I'm like, yeah. But really, I'm that guy now that I used to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna go play them.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, like, our schedule is who it is, and like you talked about, there's 11 teams now in our conference, and there's some really good ones.
Yeah.
That we have to play. And any team on that schedule can beat you any night. The one that scares me the most, like if I could change that question, who scares me the most?
Fair enough. Yeah, let's change it.
That we play, can we change it up?
Let's change it up.
The team that always scares me, and he knows it, is Coach Dixon. Coach Dixon's team is Evangel in Montgomery.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
They're so athletic, and he's got so many kids that at any moment can change the game.
Yeah.
They're very athletic.
That's a bunch you guys. That's a bunch you guys played in the semifinal round last year.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And we went down there and had we struggled with them down there during the season. Zeke was throwing up and sick, and had a couple other kids that were sick, and man, it took everything we had, and we beat them. We won the game by 8. And it was back and forth, and we held on to the ball and scored right at the end to make it an 8-point victory. But they're good and they're well coached. Coach Dixon I think he's one of the best coaches in AISA.
That's a very
just
slept
what he
on.
does.
That's a very slept on program.
You better believe it, man. You better believe it.
Yeah.
And he does a very good job. If I ever had an opening, he was looking to move this way, I would call him first if I knew it. He'd come in here and help me coach.
That would be so dangerous.
Yeah, he's a good coach, man.
Yeah.
He sees stuff defensively that I don't think a lot of other coaches see as fast as he does. So you might get him on one thing, but you better have your playbook ready because he's going to come back with something really quick. He makes adjustments very quick. And then like Coach Birch at Springwood, I mean, what he's done there, I mean, he's made that program to me a very good program here of late. Coach Lott at Macon East, I mean, they got some really good ball players too. So I mean, I don't know. Man,
just thinking about it, you're going to need to take some blood pressure medicine.
Well, yeah, you text me. You text me about about a month ago, and said, "Man, all these teams coming in, that's gonna be really hard to repeat." And I said, "Yep."
Yep.
And that's all I said was, "Yep."
Yep.
So I didn't put a whole lot into it, but yeah, man, I was already thinking about it. You didn't have to state the obvious on me right there. You had me.
Fair enough. Well, Coach, I appreciate you hopping on with us, man, and I'm looking forward to seeing what y'all do this year. And going back to back to back, that's tough. Let's see what you do, Coach. I appreciate you hopping.
That's the plan. That's the plan, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to try to, but
that's the bar. You got to set the bar.
Oh, absolutely.
So, there you go. Coach, I appreciate you hopping on and looking forward to seeing what you guys do this year.
Man, I appreciate everything y'all do. Thank y'all for promoting the 8-man game. And Blake, thank you for having a little common sense on those helmets, bud.
Yeah. Hey, I got to go through 200 of those, man.
I know it's tough, but we only have one helmet. That's the only helmet we have, by the way.
I've seen 3 pictures on the internet of
Cornett helmets.
Maybe old ones. Old ones.
No, our kids are probably going on there making helmets. It's okay. It's all good.
Hey,
ladies and gentlemen, Cornerstone Christian Columbiana head coach James Lee. Appreciate you, Coach.
Yeah, man.
We'll see you. Blake, a little oh, well, I lost Blake. Let's see if I can get him back. I might have dropped that call on accident. Let's see. I might have dropped that call on accident, Blake. That might be my bad.
And then
great stuff from Coach Lee. Always fun to talk to, and I mean, that really is the thing, Blake. Is the target on Cornerstone's back this year is so big. I mean, it's like the broadside of a barn, and they're the team this year that when you see them on your schedule, whatever week it is, you circle it and you go, hey, you know what? This team is good and this team is good. We're going to have to bring this team. We're going to throw the kitchen sink at them and try to be the ones to knock them off. I mean, that's the point they're at now. So, and there's only been a couple teams like that. I mean, I can think of, recently maybe Evangel Christian, Russell, I would put in that category. Just because of the both of them, the amount of championships they've won. I'm trying to think of other. I don't know. Maybe in South Carolina, you're going to have Pack. Everybody's throwing
new blood.
Pack. Maybe in North Carolina, like an APA or a JP2, a Carey. I'm sure Mississippi has those kind of teams, but maybe DeSoto. Yeah, I mean it's where you circle it and you go. If we have 10 games, if we go 9-1, we want to win this one. That's such a unique place to be at as a program, and it's a good feeling too, to be honest.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know, but I've heard it's a good. No, I'm just kidding. I've heard it's a good feeling.
Yep.
So we're gonna recap. We're gonna go through, and big thank you to Coach Lee for hopping on the show. A lot of fun to talk to him. Always fun. I want to start going through the helmets that we're going to have for voting this week. So we know that we're going to run back the voting for Seek for a third time. It's going to be Riverside and South Haven. And then for AISA, we're going to do Cornerstone Christian and Evangel. We're going to run that back because of the new helmets. But I want to talk about the new ones for this week. I'm going to start in North Carolina. North Carolina is interesting. You have the NCISAA, and then you also have the Christian Independent Conference. We'll talk about them in a second. But in the NCISAA, you have 10 teams this season that are going to be vying for a spot in the playoffs. And I don't know why. Oh, I know where they're dropping. Okay. All right. I was hitting the wrong button. All right. So let's see. Let me unlock these real quick because I have them locked on my screen so I can point out which one is which. Okay. So here we go. So top left is going to be, and I should know this, Blake. Top left is Cary Christian, I believe. Yep, Cary Christian. They are the defending champs. They're in the NCISAA. Got the overtime win over JP2. I don't know if you got to watch that game last year, Blake, but it was a barn burner of a game. Went to overtime.
Mm-hmm.
There was a walk off. Is kind of controversial. I don't know that Cary got the 2-point conversion. I'm just going to say that. But it was a walk off 2-point conversion attempt where they got it and it was over. But anyway, so Cary there. JP2 is on the top right. John Paul II High School. Far left, you're going to have Halifax Academy. There in the middle row on the left, you're going to have St. David's. I think it's St. David's School or St. David's Academy.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
I was just saying it's St. David's School. Sorry,
Yeah, St. David's School. No, you're good. I actually have Wayne on here, but we just found out, Blake, we found out yesterday that Wayne is going to 11.
Yeah,
through
Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna drop Wayne there. So 9 teams. Arundel Parrott. We'll see them in Gatlinburg the second weekend. The main event game against Evangel Christian rematch from last year. And then here on the bottom left, very bottom left, you have Lawrence Academy. Yep, Lawrence Academy. Mm-hmm. On the bottom left middle is Northeast Academy. Bottom right middle is Faith Christian. We'll see them in Gatlinburg, Blake, the second weekend, taking on East Central Patriots. And then there on the far right on the bottom is Pungo Christian, who had a great season last year. I don't remember. Let me see. I don't remember if they made the playoffs or not. I know they had a great season. And there was a weird kind of split last year. Let's see. Pungo Christian. What did they end up doing? Let me pull up Max Preps. Well, it might help if I pulled up last season and not this season. No, they just ended the season. They did not qualify for the playoffs, so my bad on that one. But so 9
looked like they were independent, James.
Yeah. Well, NCISA was weird because so you have the association, and then you have a conference in the association, which had a bunch of these teams in it, and Pungo wasn't in it. Wayne was in it. Rocky Mount was in it. Oh, that's the other part of it. Halifax, there on the left in the middle, Halifax and Rocky Mount Academy, I believe it's those two, are actually co-oping this season for a team and having a team together. So just to clarify that as well, because Rocky Mount, a lot of people might be saying, well, where's Rocky Mount? They're co-oping this year.
Are they doing under Lawrence Academy or under Rocky Mount?
I mean, Halifax, I think they're I need to double check myself because I think they're playing under Halifax. Mm-hmm. But it's weird. Sometimes co-ops will do the double name and the double. I know there's a team in Missouri, and I think their team name is like the Red Cards or something, because one team was the Red, one team was the Cards. They combined for the co-op. So I need to double check myself on that. But yeah, North Carolina, they have the conference that a lot of these teams are in. And then there's other teams that are in NCISAA, but they're not in the conference, and they can qualify for the playoffs, but they're not in the conference play. It's kind of a weird setup.
Yeah.
So that is the NCISAA. and I want to say I don't know the exact name, but it's like the main division, and then there's this other division we'll talk about here in a second. But Blake, here for the NCISAA, what do you got in terms of helmets?
Ooh. This one's tough because they're all good. Arundel's okay. Faith Christian kind of reminds me a lot of Tabernacle's helmet. Pungo's logo is sweet. St. David's logo that's fresh. But I got to go John Paul JP2.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Michigan look.
Yep. The winged helmet.
Well, I'm glad you didn't take Faith Christian because that's who I'm taking. I'm taking Faith Christian.
Good pick.
It's solid, and if I'm not mistaken, let me double check something with Arundel, because I almost feel like they got new helmets, and maybe this wasn't the.
They did.
Do what?
They did.
They did. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find a picture of it.
Yeah. It should be in the file, the update one, James.
Okay.
I didn't know if that.
Yep.
So,
I see it. No, you're good. I see it now. Man, it's good, but I gotta go.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
I wouldn't pick it.
I'm gonna go Faith. I'm gonna go Faith. That's a sharp look.
Not a jab, just Faith is really good looking helmet.
So I'm gonna go Faith, and I know I'm gonna catch flack from Coach Beeman about that. I know I'm gonna hear it in Gatlinburg. Man, you can't even pick our helmet. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so Blake is taking JP2, and I'm taking Faith for NCISAA. All right, so the CIC in North Carolina, Christian Independent Conference. From what I understand, there's this conference. These teams are in it. It's a little blurry in terms of how it came about and the kind of the setup, but this is the grouping we're going with. And
so
again,
James,
yeah,
I do know that the top two. It's not really a playoffs. It's more of the two best teams playing a conference championship around the 7th. So should be free for Panama. The winner of that.
Around the 7th of this year?
The November 7th, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, so.
Interesting, because I thought, when was their game last year? Because I wonder if they moved it up, like in terms of the playoff setup. I hope they did. I'd love to get them in Gatlinburg, or Florida. They might have changed the playoff setup. Maybe. I know last year the first round was the first Friday of November the 1st, and then the next Friday the 8th. Yeah, so they might have changed it around because the Friday night, the games in Gatlinburg were happening on Thursday and Saturday, and then on Friday night was the championship for NCISA. So if they moved it up 1 week, they could have someone in Florida.
Yeah.
Now the championship date, is that off the website?
I'd seen something. I went to Capadano's website, and I think I saw that. So of course I'm working on that. I'm working on that schedule for each conference. So I'll have to double check, but I'm like 90% sure that is. Now, if anybody can confirm in the audience.
Let me do this. I'm actually on the website. Let me pull up the calendar. And maybe they have the championship game on the calendar. Let me see. November 2025. They have a seeding meeting on the 1st. So, as of right now, they have November 21st listed for their football championships. But that might only – because they have 11-man too. So that might be for the 11-man.
Are you looking at NCISA?
Yeah, I'm looking at their website.
See, I think this is it's a different conference, so they do their own championship, and it's this. I don't.
Oh,
know.
You're talking about CIC. I got you. I know what you're talking.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I got you.
Sorry.
No,
okay.
I got you. You're right. Yeah, that would be interesting. All right,
Yeah.
so for this conference, for this grouping, we'll start at the top left. That's going to be Berean Baptist Academy. Uh, middle top middle is Community Christian. Fun fact about them, and I've mentioned this last year, and I'm probably going to mention it every time. They're out of Wilson, North Carolina. Blake, do you know what's special about Wilson, North Carolina?
Not a clue.
That's where I was born.
Oh, all right.
So that is the true birth town team. The dream for me is getting them to play anybody from Tennessee, like a South Haven where I grew up or CCS where I played. That'd be a cool matchup there. And especially, now if they played CCS, it'd be Community Christian versus Christian Community. Imagine that. All right.
Yeah.
Top right. Do what?
The community clash.
Yeah, right. Top right is Father Campadano. Bottom left is Lee Academy. Bottom middle is Liberty Christian. And then bottom right is Sand Hills Classical Christian. So that's the CIC. Blake, what do you got?
James, now I feel bad. I was gonna pick Christian or community Christian.
Go for it. Pick them. I got one. Honestly, I got one I want to go with.
Okay. I picked them.
All right. So you take Community Christian with the Cyclone. The Cyclone logo, the black on black. That's a solid pick. There's nothing wrong with that. Well, I say that. I'm actually torn between two, but I'm going to go. I'm going with Berean Baptist. The red helmet, the Bulldog logo, the black face mask. And a big shout out to Liberty Christian there. Bottom middle. That's a classic look right there. But I got to go with the red and black, even though it looks like Georgia. I got to go red and black.
Yeah.
It hurts me a little bit, but I'm going to do it.
Yep. It's the Gonzaga logo, James.
Yeah, it is the Gonzaga. You're right.
Yeah.
Gonzaga logo on essentially the Georgia helmet.
Yeah.
So there's that. All right. Let's jump all the way over to Arkansas. Let's talk about the Arkansas Activities Association. Big shout out to Arkansas 8-Man Football on Twitter. They do a great job covering. I don't think they're on Instagram yet. But a big shout out to them and the coverage that they do of these teams. I think all of them are public school except for maybe one.
Sabaiko.
Sabaiko. Yeah. But 8-Man's really taken off in Arkansas in terms of the public schools. They've really adopted it, especially some of these schools way out there. Sorry, I had to get a drink of water. So we'll start here, top left. This is Augusta High School. Top middle is Cedar Ridge High School. Top right is Guy Perkins High School. Bottom left is Midland High School. Middle bottom is Rector High School. And then bottom right is Southside B Branch High School. Some solid picks here, but that's the AAA. They split it up between North, South, and non-sanctioned or club teams. Those are the ones that cannot qualify for the playoffs. So, Blake, what do you got for AAA North?
This one's tough. This might be one of the best divisions, helmet-wise. But I've got to go. I got to go Cedar Ridge. That Rockies logo, and that color scheme is so tough. That's so tough, James.
You're a sucker for the interlocking letters. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Baseball. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the SMU look. I'm gonna go with Midland High School. The white helmet, the red face mask, the pony logo, the stripe down the middle. It's classic.
Yeah.
That SMU logo. I always thought SMU had some good uniforms too. So
they do.
I'm going with Midland. So that's AAA North there. And now this is AAA South. 7 teams in this division. And we'll start at the top left. So you're going to have Brinkley High School, their top left. Dermott High School, middle left. And then Kip Delta, bottom left. And then we'll start at the top. On the other side, Heritage High School, top right. Woodlawn High School there in the middle on the right. And then Marvell High School, not Marvell Academy, Marvell High School
Yep.
there bottom right. And then right in the middle, Strong High School, defending champs, I believe, for AAA last year. So that is AAA North, or I'm sorry, AAA South. Blake, what do you got?
Well, okay. First, James, you didn't know this. I actually didn't know this until about a month ago. Just wanted to correct it. It's actually Morvell Elaine.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, two school. Again, my I'm a college guy. I ran from that area.
Yeah.
He kind of hot between Morvell Academy and actually Kip Delta. Believe it or not.
Interesting.
Didn't play at Kip Delta. But yeah, Morvell Lane. I think the school consolidated a couple years ago. I don't know. But this one's tough because the amount of. I'll be honest. I didn't do just the best on Brinkley, but I don't think they even had a logo on their real life helmet. So I kind of did them justice. But
not the strongest division.
Not the strongest division. I gotta go strong.
Oh, you took it.
Yeah, that white just pops real good.
Oh, you took it. Well, I mean, I guess I gotta go Woodlawn.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go Woodlawn, middle right. Let me double check their mascot, because I believe that's who's right in the middle.
Bears.
They're the Bears.
Bears. Yep.
Okay. Well, that's it is Woodlawn, right?
Woodlawn. I think Woodlawn, yeah.
Let's see. I figure they would. Oh, okay. And Ricin, Arkansas. Yeah, the Woodlawn Bears, Ricin, Arkansas. All right, I'm going Woodlawn. It's a we haven't seen. I don't know if we've seen any of the logo and the letter combined, like overlapping like that.
Yeah, I see what you mean, like mascot and the letter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so Blake is taking Strong High School. I'm taking Woodlawn. AAA non-sanctioned or club division. Again, I mentioned these are teams that don't qualify for the playoffs, but they are in AAA. There's 4 of them here. Top left is going to be Corning High School. Top right is Marshall High School. Bottom left is Rosebud High School. And then the only private school out of the 3 divisions, Sabayaco Academy, there on the bottom right. Not a ton of options here, Blake. Really only 2, and I'll let you pick one because I'm good with either one. So you pick one, and I'm good with the other one.
Okay, so I'm gonna just go on record and say, Rosebud, your logo is too cool not to be using on a helmet.
Is it? What is, let me see. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah, Rosebud, Arkansas's logo.
Actually, I could probably find it on Max Preps. Let's see. Oh, the interlocking R&B?
Yeah,
that's hard. Dude,
yeah,
on a black helmet?
Yep. Have it be like a black logo or a white logo? Oh my gosh.
No, I'm saying that red logo on a black helmet with a black face mask.
Oh.
Dude.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm sorry. I have to point that out. That was a missed opportunity.
No, go for it.
But
what is Sabayaco's logo?
It's another interlock. There's one where it's like interlocking, and then there's another one where it's a Trojan head, like the USC. But man, just Rosebud. That upsets me, man. I gotta.
You want to know what really grinds my gears? When teams have a good logo and don't use it on the helmet.
Yeah. Yeah, don't get me started. That yellow's speaking to me. I'm going Corning.
All right. I'm good with that. I'm good with Marshall. That's a solid logo, the black on black. The gray logo. Now, is it like a metallic black or a metallic gray, a silver? What is it? What does it look like?
Oh, hang on, I'm just double checking. From I'm pretty kind of like a metallic silver. Again, it's one of those where the image doesn't really do it justice.
Yeah,
Um,
but you can
I mean,
imagine. You can imagine though.
a good black helmet is a good black helmet.
Right. Right. All right. So that is AAA. Blake is taking Corning, and I'm taking Marshall. I want to talk about this conference, and I know most of these teams are playing 6-man this year. All of them were former 8-man teams. I think Alabama is going back and forth, and maybe another one might be going back and forth from what I've heard. But I do want to go over the Mason-Dixon Conference. 5 teams in it. So top left you have South Carolina School for the Deaf and Blind. Top right is Mississippi School for the Deaf. Bottom left is Louisiana School for the Deaf, and then bottom right, good old Tennessee School for the Deaf. The purple and white checkered end zones, love it. And then right there in the middle, Alabama School for the Deaf. They've been a solid team for a couple of years now. Now once they came down to 8-man. But like I said, Mason-Dixon Conference, most of them playing 6-man. I know Alabama for sure. Maybe another one might be going back and forth, but we're going to include them in this competition. Blake, who do you got out of the Mason-Dixon Conference?
I'm kind of torn right now because these schools are cooking.
This is one of the best groupings, except for South Carolina.
Yeah.
But the other 4, I mean, I'll say, if you don't mind, I'm going to help you out a little bit. I got to go Tennessee.
Okay.
And even Tennessee's old helmet, the purple helmet, was solid, but then they switched to the gray helmet. Man, it was good stuff.
James, gosh, that doesn't really help me much because I'm Mississippi and Alabama. All right. Also, let me go on record and say, shout out this conference for having some really cool mascot names,
dude. Real, and then just schools for the deaf.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you've Florida is the Silent Dragons.
I thought they were just dragons.
I think it's it might be just the Dragons. Let me see. Let me pull up Florida School for the Deaf.
That's
pretty. Let me see. Okay, they're just the Dragons. Now, Silent Dragons would be pretty.
Yeah.
And really, and this is just the Mason-Dixon Conference. I mean, the schools for the deaf. There's multiple conferences. Like Arkansas School for the Deaf, they're the Leopards. Iowa School for the Deaf, they are the Bobcats. Kansas is the Jackrabbits.
Hang on, Arkansas School for the Deaf Leopards. That's their.
Yeah.
Wait, like the rock band, James? Like.
No. Like the mountain lion, like a leopard.
No, I was making a joke.
I got you. Minnesota is the Trojans. That's a pretty sick logo. Oklahoma, they are the Bison. And then Wisconsin are the Firebirds.
I'm torn because, I mean, and Bulldogs. Like, I love my Mississippi State Bulldogs, and I love the great state of Mississippi.
They did kind of run with the Mississippi State deal, and just made it theirs a little bit with the colors.
Yeah,
that's.
I gotta go Alabama on this one. I can't. I'm sorry to do it to my own state. Mississippi School for Deaf, y'all have a great field. It's turf. I've seen it. I like it.
It's a sick field, dude.
It's sick, but Silent Warriors and just that helmet is just. I'm sorry.
And let me say this too. Alabama, they are the Silent Warriors.
Yeah,
this is their official mascot name. That's
the best.
All right, so Blake takes Alabama School for the Deaf, and I'm taking Tennessee School for the Deaf. All right. Last grouping we're going to go through. Oh, goodness, it's already 4:20. Dadgummit. All right. Let's run through these real quick. Having a lot of fun with this. Let's go to Florida. Let's talk about the Sunshine State Athletic Association. Lot of teams, 6 divisions here in the SSAA, and we will start with the First Coast Division. So top left, you're going to have Countryside Christian. There on the right, we talked about Florida School for the Deaf and Blind. They are in this division in the SSAA. Bottom left is First Coast Christian. Bottom right is Cornerstone Christian. They're in Florida. And then in the middle is St. Francis Academy. And this is the Sunshine State Athletic Association First Coast Division. So, Blake, which one are you taking?
Yeah. Oh, gosh. This one's – I'm kind of torn. I got to go Florida School for the Deaf.
Yeah, that's a tough one to turn down.
Tough.
You know what? I'm going – I kind of wanted to go Cornerstone, Florida. Just the logo is sick. But you know what? I'm actually going to go with St. Francis.
Yeah.
The blue and black. I'm a sucker for blue and black. I love a good helmet that has numbers on the side of it, like the player's number. Love a good helmet with the player's number on it and then the stripe. I got to go St. Francis for this one. So Sunshine State Athletic Association First Coast Division. Blake is taking Florida School for the Deaf and Blind. I'm taking St. Francis. All right. This is the Southwest Division here in the SSAA. We'll start top left. That's Donahue Academy. Are we 100% sure, Blake, that they use the camo helmet?
So I saw the picture. It looks kind of like a camo pattern.
Okay.
It's not just super clear, but yeah, that's the close.
Yeah, that's a hard look right there. Top left is going to be Bradenton Christian. Top right is Foundation Christian. Bottom left is Classical Academy of Sarasota. Middle bottom is Riverview Academy, and then bottom right is Bell Creek Academy, and the P is for the mascot. I believe it's the Panthers. Let me double check that. But Blake, which one are you going with?
I know you were just kind of criticizing it earlier. Give me Don. I don't know why. I want to hate it, but I just can't. I love it.
Oh, I wasn't criticizing it. I was just I think it's a solid look. So you're going Donahue. There's not a lot of great ones. You know what? I'm going to. Man, that Bradenton Christian one is good. You know what? This helmet kind of reminds me of Friday Night Lights and Permian High School. Bell Creek. Yeah, but I don't like having the first letter of the mascot on your helmet. That's a little off. I'm going Bradenton Christian. I'm gonna that one sticks out to me when I look at the whole division.
Mm-hmm.
That one really jumps out to me. So I'm gonna go Bradenton Christian on that one. And then Blake, you're going with Donahue. Let's jump to the Gulf Coast Division. 4 teams in it. So top left is Shorecrest Prep. They've been on a tear the last couple years. Top right is Academy at the Lakes. Blake, do you know what town Academy? It's Academy at the Lakes or Academy of the Lakes. I think it's Academy of the Lakes. You know what town they're in?
Lando Lakes.
Lando Lakes, Florida. It's great. I love it. Lakeside Christian, they're bottom left. And then Slam Tampa, which is Sports Leadership and Management Academy, but they call it Slam Tampa. That is the bottom right there. So that's the Sunshine State Athletic Association Gulf Coast Division. Blake?
Shoot. I'm going to go a little bit out of the ordinary here, and I'm going to go Shorecrest.
Okay.
That looking green, James.
And then the Lightning logo, you can't. I mean, that's an interesting take on it. I like that one. You know what? I'm gonna go with Academy think it's Academy at the Lakes. Let me double check. Might be Academy of the Lakes. That's a good classic helmet. I really like Lakeside Christian, but the three different colors is it's a little off for me. Um, I think it is Academy of the Lakes. Let me see. Oh, I gotta make sure I have it right. Academy at the Lakes. Okay, so I'm going Academy at the Lakes, and then Blake, you're gonna go Shorecrest Christian.
Yep.
So that's the SSAA Gulf Coast. This is the Bay Division here for the SSAA. Some real good hard hitters. So top left, we're going to start with Ocala Christian. Top right is Lake Mary Prep. Bottom left is First Academy of Leesburg. Bottom right is Liberty Christian. And then there in the middle, that is Real Life Christian. Real Life Christian, one of our partners with our YouTube network this season. They're going to put their games on 8-Man Extreme Florida. So super, super excited to be involved with them and team up with them. But Blake, here in the Bay Division, what do you got?
I'm gonna have to go with Lake Mary Prep. That logo's pretty sharp, man.
That's a solid one. But I don't know how you don't go with the helmet that's got like the claw marks on it.
I know.
Like that's oh man.
Yeah.
And then the red and white stripe down the middle. I'm going Real Life Christian. Gotta do it. So that is the Bay Division there in Florida. Two more divisions left. This is the Central Division. Top left, you're going to have All Saints Academy. Top right is Oasis Christian. Bottom left is Geneva Classical. And then bottom right is Hernando Christian. This is the Central Division in the SSAA. And Blake, what do you got?
Oh. See, okay, this Geneva Classical, it kind of hits a little home for me. Because whenever we played Franklin Classical, their helmet kind of looks like this.
A little bit.
I was a big fan of that helmet. But I'm sorry, that red shell for All Saints, I gotta take it.
I knew you were taking them.
Doggone that bulldog logo is so hard. It's not a bulldog, it's a Saint Bernard, but it's so hard.
Their mascot. Let me see. All Saints Academy in Winter Haven, Florida. They are the Saints. So they're the All Saints Academy Saints, and then the Saint Bernard. I got to go Geneva Classical.
Yeah.
That's you can't. Yeah. You got to go Geneva Classical on that one. All right, and then the last division coming out of Florida, the Sunshine State Athletic Association, the Atlantic Division. We'll start top left, Merritt Island Christian there, top left. They were at Media Days. I forget the outlet, but they were at Media Days last couple days. Tagged us on social media. Calvary Chapel, top right. Classical Prep School is the bottom left. City of Life Christian, bottom right. And then Eastland Christian right there in the middle. This is the SSAA Atlantic Division. Blake, what do you got?
Give me figures, James.
Which one?
I'm a sucker for that two-tone. That's Merritt Island.
Merritt Island, yep. All right, Merritt Island Christian School, I believe, or Christian Academy, one of the two. You know what? I'm going Calvary Chapel. I like the classical prep logo, but I'm going Calvary Chapel. The with the white wings.
Yeah, solid.
So Calvary Chapel. All right. So those are our 12 divisions, and then we'll have the two other votes going on. Blake, a little update. I forgot to mention this before the interview with Coach Lee. The record on the competition. So I mentioned that the first week you were 6-5.
Mm-hmm.
Last week you went 6-7. So we are tied with 12 votes apiece.
Oh boy.
No, wait. Yeah, 12 votes apiece. So we have both won 12 matchups going into this week. It's pretty dead even, honestly.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting. There was one other one. Let me see if I got this loaded in, because I think I did one other one, and I don't know if I made the graphic. I know I downloaded them. Oh, I don't think I made the graphic. Hold on, let me double check it. We might have to mention it next week. We were going to talk about some of the old helmets. But I don't know that I got it loaded in. I did not. Okay. So they're up. So they're in our drive. So I'll get them loaded in. We might talk about them next week after we do our recap and then as we get ready for the bracket. But super cool with the voting, everybody participating in it. Huge shout out to everybody that is chipping into it. Really appreciate y'all. Once again, big thank you to Cornett Performance for being a sponsor of the show. Core Power, Fairlife Core Power Protein being a sponsor of our Extreme Offensive and Defensive Players of the Week all season long. Big thank you to Coach James Lee for hopping on the show today. Always fun to talk to Coach Lee and to hear him kind of break some stuff down. Blake, it's been a good one. It's been a lot of fun. Let me see if I can get this music going. No. Let's see. There we go. Thank you so much for listening to Extreme Talk presented by Cornett Performance. We're less than 2 weeks away from having football on the field with the Jamboree up here in White House. For Blake Biggs, I'm James Shannon. Thank you so much for listening. See ya!